However, the market now extends far beyond specialist boutiques. Consumers can discover vintage clothing through charity shops, kilo sales, online marketplaces, and curated websites. Consequently, vintage fashion has become more accessible than ever. This guide explains the vintage clothing market UK in clear terms. It explores the market's definition, history, sustainability benefits, and future trends, offering practical advice for building a lasting wardrobe. What is vintage clothing? Vintage clothing usually describes garments produced at least 20 years ago. Therefore, clothing from the 1990s and early 2000s can now qualify as vintage. However, age alone does not always determine a garment's value. Design, quality, rarity, condition, brand, and cultural importance also influence desirability. Vintage clothing differs from antique clothing. Antique garments are generally much older and often date from before the 20th century. Meanwhile, second-hand clothing refers to any previously owned garment. A vintage item normally reflects a recognizable historical period. The term retro describes newer clothing inspired by older styles. A modern brand might produce a 70s-inspired dress that is retro, not vintage. Vintage, second-hand, and pre-loved, these terms often overlap. Vintage focuses on age, period, and design history. For shoppers, the important distinction involves quality and authenticity. A genuine vintage